Good day, everyone. So today we will tackle about the ends of human acts. So the content in this chapter is number one, definition of ends, human appetency, relationship between human appetency and human acts. Number two, end of means of human acts. Number three, classification of human acts, significance of the classification of ends in human acts. And lastly, the ultimate ends of human acts. Definition of ends. In term end is a destination or goal an individual is striving to reach in life. And in ethics refers to the ultimate purpose or goal towards which everything else is directed, and as a guiding light that shapes your decision, action, and priorities. In philosophical sense, is not just physical destination but also metaphorical one. End is like a target you are aiming for. It could be something simple like finishing your homework or something bigger like finishing college. It's the reason you do things. Sometimes it's a place you want to reach, but other times it's a feeling or state of being like happiness or success. So basically, end is what gives your life direction and meaning. Human appetency. Human appetency is essentially about embracing our humanity, our emotions, desires, and aspirations. It's like the drive you feel to satisfy your natural inclination, cravings, or desire, whether it's for food, companionship, knowledge, or anything else that brings fulfillment to your perceived as pleasurable and satisfying. It also encompasses all the wants and needs that makes us humans. So basically, human appetency it is a yearning for connection, the pursuit of happiness, and the quest of meaning that shapes our actions and decisions every day. So think about an excitement you feel when you're about to embark on a new adventure, or a comfort you seek in a familiar embrace of your home. So these are all manifestation of human appetency, driving us to seek out experience and relationship that enrich our lives and to fulfill our deepest desire. So there are three basic forms of human appetency. So the first one is sensational appetency. Sensational appetency refers to a specific type of human desire or craving that is focused on seeking sensory stimulation and experiences that are intense, exciting, pleasurable, or stimulating. This is a form of appetency is characterized by strong attraction to sensory inputs that evoke heightened sensation, emotion, or reaction. Example of sensational appetency as the craving you get when you smell your favorite food or cooking in the kitchen, it's that intense desire that makes your mouth water and your stomach growls, pulling you towards the source of that delicious smell. Sensational appetency is human terms refers to strong urge or desires we feel in response to sensory stimuli like seeing something enticing, hearing a captivating sounds, or even feeling touch. This sensation can trigger powerful impulses that drive our actions, behavior, and it's all about those irresistible pulls we experience from our senses, guiding us toward what we find appealing or pleasurable. Number two is emotional appetency. Refers to a specific type of human desire or craving that is centered on seeking emotional experiences, connection, or states that evoke strong feelings, sentiments, or response. This form of appetency is characterized by a deep-seated urge to engage with stimuli, stimulation, or preferences. Example of emotional appetency. When you see a cute puppy and instantly feel a strong desire to cuddle or play with it. It's that warm, fuzzy feeling you get in your heart that draws you towards something that evokes a particular emotion within you. So, this emotional appetency refers to those deep seated desires we have in response to our feelings and emotions. It could be a urge to seek comfort when we're feeling sad or longing for connection when we are lonely. This appetency is essentially about following the pulse of our emotion, guiding us towards what brings us joy, comfort, or connection. And lastly, intellectual appetency refers to a specific type of human desire or craving that focused on seeking mental stimulation, knowledge, understanding, or cognitive engagement. This form of appetency is characterized by strong inclination to explore, learn, analyze, and engage with intellectual pursuit, challenges, or activity that stimulates the mind and intellect. Example of that, it's like when you're drawn to a challenging puzzle because you want to figure it out, or when you're excited to learn about a new scientific discovery because it sparked your curiosity. So this appetency involves preferences of experiences that promotes cognitive growth, critical thinking, problem solving, and intellectual enrichment. So intellectual appetency is all about that thirst for learning and discovery, fueling our minds and propelling us towards greater understanding and insights. So next we will discuss the relationship between human appetency and human acts. Human appetency in relation to human acts plays a crucial role in influencing behavior, decision making, and in the pursuit of goals. The relationship between human appetency and human acts is integrate and multidimensional, as appetency drives individuals to seek out experiences, stimuli, or outcomes that fulfill their needs and preferences. Are key aspects of the relationship between human appetency and human acts. First is motivation and drive. Human appetency serves as a powerful motivational force that drives individuals to act in pursuit of their desires, cravings, or needs. Number two, decision making and behavior. Human appetency influences decision making by guiding individuals towards choices, actions, or behaviors that are aligned with their appetitive desires. It shapes preferences, priorities, and allocating of sources towards fulfilling appetitive needs. Number three, ethical and moral consideration. In terms of the impact on ethical evolution, the relationship between human appetency and human acts is significant. The pursuit of appetitive desires may raise ethical consideration related to responsibility, accountability, and ethical implication of behavior. The fourth one is growth and fulfillment. In terms of the role in the personal development, human appetency can desire individual towards experience, challenges, and pursuits that contribute to personal growth, self discovery, and fulfillment. It can lead individuals to explore new interests, develop skill, or deepen their understanding of themselves and the world in achieving emotional well being. The relationship between human appetency and human acts also influence emotional well being. The last one, impact on the society and relationship. In social dynamic and interaction, human appetency influences it by shaping individuals' preferences, communication style, and relationship choices. It can impact how individuals form connection, seek out social experience, and engage with others based on their shared appetitive interests. The next topic will be discussed by Rosel Torres.
Good day, everyone. My topic is about the ends and means of human acts. In ethics, the concepts of ends and means are fundamental to understanding the moral implications of our actions. They help us analyze the relationship between our intentions, the actions we take, and the consequences that follow. The relationship between ends and means is crucial in ethical decision making. While we may have a noble ends in mind, the means we choose to achieve those ends can significantly impact the moral evaluation of our acts. Regarding ends and means in ethics, we have three key ethical considerations to discuss: the principle of double effect, the doctrine of the mean, and the importance of integrity. Example: good end and good means. A student wants to pass an exam and studies hard. Those are the end and the means. We have the bad ends and bad means. A thief wants to get rich and robs a bank. They have the bad end and the bad means. We have the good end and bad means. A student wants to pass an exam, that is the good end, but she cheat, so that is the bad means. We have the principle of double effect. First, the principle of double effect. This principle states that it is presumable to perform an action that has both good and bad consequences or outcome, as long as the good consequences outcome are intended and the bad consequences or outcome are not directly intended. For example, a doctor gives a high dose of pain medication to a terminally ill patient to relieve severe pain. While the intention is to ease suffering, the unintended side effect is that it may shorten the patient's life. This is considered morally acceptable under the principle of double effect because the primary intent is pain relief, not hastening death. Second, we have the doctrine of the mean. This doctrine, popularized by Aristotle, suggests that virtues lie in finding a balance between extremes. In the context of ends and means, it implies that the best means are those that are neither too extreme or nor lenient. Example, the courage. Too little is cowardice, too much is recklessness, and the mean is bravery. Generosity. Too little is singleness, and too much is wastefulness, and the mean is being charitable within your means. Confidence. Too little is insecurity, too much arrogance, and the mean is self-assurance. And it's all about finding the right balance in our actions and emotions. The importance of integrity. Integrity is the quality being honest, having strong moral principles, and adhering to ethical standards and values consistently. It involves the alignment of one's actions, words, and beliefs with moral and ethical principles, demonstrating a high level of honesty, sincerity, and trustworthiness in all aspects of our life. Examples: trust. A teacher who is honest with students earns the respect and trust. Leadership. A manager who keeps promises builds a loyal and motivated team. Reputation. A business that stays truthful gains long-term customers' loyalty. Personal growth. A student who doesn't cheat learns and improves genuinely. Justice. A judge who upholds fairness ensures a just society. Integrity strengthens relationships, builds credibility, and leads to our success. And the concepts of ends and means are essential for navigating ethical dilemmas. By carefully considering the relationship between our goals and the actions we take, we can strive to make choices that are both morally justifiable and effective in achieving our desired outcomes. Thank you.
Today, everyone, I will discuss the classification of ends in human acts. But before that, what is the classification of ends in human acts? Classification of ends in human acts refers to the categorization of goals, purposes, or intervention that motivate human actions. Understanding the classification of ends helps in analyzing the ethical implementation, motivation, and outcomes of our behaviors. There are three classifications of ends in human acts. First is the immediate ends. These ends are direct result on the purposes of the action taken a particular situation, leading to immediate consequences or outcomes. For example, excelling in the job interview requires a preparation of showcasing the skills and making good expression, so which contribute to achieving the immediate goals of getting hired. Second is the intermediate ends. These ends serve as milestone stages in the journey towards the ultimate goal or end, helping individuals make a progress and move closer to their desired outcome. For example, if the ultimate end is to lead a healthy lifestyle, the intermediate ends could include exercising regularly, eating nutritious meals, and getting an adequate amount of sleep. Last is the ultimate end. This end is often associated with the pursuit of the happiness, fulfillment, or the realization of the one's purpose or meaning in life. For example, becoming a successful and dedicated teacher who inspires and shapes future generations. This is the significance of the classification of ends in human acts. But first, what do we mean by classification of ends? It simply put, it refers to the different levels of goals or purposes beyond our actions. This can be immediate, intermediate or ultimate ends, each playing role is guiding our choice and behavior. Significance of the classification of ends in human acts. First is the framework for understanding the goals and intentions. The classification of ends help us to understand the hierarchy of goals and guide human actions. It shows that whatever a person's action is directed toward an immediate goal or long-term purposes. Second is the evaluation of motivation behind the actions. It helps assess why a person acts in a certain way by identifying different levels of goals, or the immediate or the direct purpose, or the intermediate, the step forward for a bigger goal, and also the ultimate is the highest purpose. Last is the ethical implications and alignment of goal. It allows us, the individual and ethical theories, to analyze if an action aligns with the moral values and principles, ensuring that decisions lead to positive and meaningful outcomes. Conclusion. The classification of ends in human acts provide a structured way of understanding why people act the way they do. It helps us examine whatever our action align with ethical and meaningful goals as the future professional and responsible individuals. Understanding the concept can help us make better decisions that contribute to both personal growth and the greater good of society.
Good day everyone, I am Geraldine S. Hadman and I will tackle my report about the ultimate ends and human act. As a human beings, we are constantly engaged in a multitude of actions, both big and small, throughout our lives. From the simplest tasks to the most complex endeavors, there is always purpose behind our action. First, the objective ultimate ends. The objective ultimate ends is the overarching purpose or goal that is shared by all human beings. It represents our innate learning for fulfillment, happiness, and meaning in life. This objective ultimate end is something that we all strive for regardless of our individual circumstances. Its key aspect includes universal goodness, transcendence of personal preferences, ethical and philosophical significance, and alignment with human flourishing. Second, the subjective ultimate end. The subjective ultimate end acknowledges the unique perspective, desires, and aspirations of individuals. Each person has their own personal goals and motivation that drive their actions. These subjective ultimate ends vary from person to person as we all have our own passion, dreams, and values that shape our choices and actions. Conclusion. In conclusion, the objective and subjective ultimate ends of human act reveal the underlying motivation and aspiration that drives our action. The objective ultimate end represent the common goal of fulfillment, happiness, and meaning that we all strive for, while the subjective ultimate end recognize the unique perspective and desires of individuals.